culture, and sales. Streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? This is Fat Jack's Comicrypt. So this is the quick cold opening, so let me just set it up. If you didn't see the local show, this might be a rambunctious bit of an episode. We did have the Magic 7. Now we're down to 6. We had to say goodbye to Duke. But we have our special guest here, none other than Lord Zanin himself. We also have Banana. We got the real Marshall, not the robot Marshall. He's just over there pouting like normal. But we got the happy-go-lucky real Marshall. Plus, we also even have CD himself, Mr. Snyder, and then obviously, as always, my conjoined twin, Al. So pretty much we are going to attempt to sell comic books, but we are going to also try something a little different. Zanin is a wealth of comic book knowledge, and I have a lot of Silver Age trivia questions. Now, I'm hoping to try to figure out how we can get the chat involved. So really what I'm hoping to do is have Zanin versus everybody. We'll see if that works. No big deal. But either way, we'll sell some comic books and we'll talk to Zanin and get him to answer a bunch of questions. So with that said, I guess we're going to go to our little opening now, and we'll be back in a moment.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hey, everybody, it's us! No, I'm just kidding. I couldn't help myself.
That was awesome.
No, it would have been funnier if I lost my balance and I just fell into you and we just completely toppled.
Oh, my ankle! Somebody call the doctor!
And then credits come up and they're like, the end. It's over.
It's like an SNL skit.
Yeah,
Is there a delay for this? Like there wasn't.
See, I don't know, Kyle. How bad is? Okay, so chat. Let us know if there's a delay, because if there's not a bad delay, I think I do want to attempt to get the chat to be involved in the trivia, so we can have some fun competitions with Zanin here. It's like a second. Okay, so we are going to try this. All right. So here's the thing. Here are all of the books. We got some. And I do have to. Wordman. He was the one person who submitted a question.
Okay.
So this book here is for us to discuss that. So we'll start with that in a moment. But we got a couple Amazing Spider-Mans. We got some Ms. Marvel, some Captain Marvel. Got a couple Captain America, some Kirby era stuff. We got these Amazing Adventures. Do you know these Amazing Adventures with the Inhumans and Magneto that led into this Fantastic Four? Who was writing and drawing this at the time? Do you know?
Actually, the Amazing Adventures came after the Fantastic Four.
Oh, so this isn't part of that story?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. All right, man. It goes to show I don't know that much.
And in fact, on topic, those Amazing Adventures featuring Inhumans started out to be drawn by Jack Kirby, and then it was Neil Adams. And this is like the conclusion of that series.
All right, very fascinating. We also have some Kirby 2001s. We got some What Ifs, and something that was a little strange. I had completely forgotten that these existed. But a Pizza Hut promotional X-Men comics. Pretty much the X-Men 90s cartoon was so successful that even Pizza Hut got in on the game to produce their own series of X-Men comics. All right, so the other thing, I think with the trivia, because we're sort of making it up as we go, we're not going to have a prize. It's just bragging rights, but we do have a book to be claimed, and that is the Aftershock Ambassador exclusive Eric Powell variant for Kaiju Score Steal from the Gods. This is the story that pretty much there's a bank heist going on while a kaiju battle is raging through the city. This is a book that right now is retailing for around $30. So the way to get your name in the proverbial hat is to do what we've done the past 2 weeks, which is if you would want to be in the running to win that variant, we're going to need you to do #claim when you also claim a book. Okay? If you have any questions about that, let us know and we'll help you out as best we can. We have done it like that in the past 2 weeks, so there we go. Also, if anyone is watching us for the very first time, you don't know how this works, I'm going to kind of like blow through this really fast. But if you need some more information, we will obviously talk to you about it. But you need to claim the books in the chat. We need you to be as specific as possible. If you are here local to our Philly shop, the books will be on hold behind the register for you. If you're closer to our Jersey shop, we'll send those books over there for you to pick up. If you need the books to be shipped to you and you've never shopped with us before, we're going to need you to get your contact and shipping information. And the way they do that is to email us at fjccshow@gmail.com. Also, please support us on our social media at the FJC Paradox on Instagram. So, it's always fun.
And hit the like button.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I thank you, because I'm very uncomfortable. I'm very uncomfortable doing that. I feel. Yeah.
I like the show.
No, well, I appreciate that. All right, so Zanin gives us the approval of like and subscribe.
The like and subscribe, it helps Kyle out in the long run, and it keeps this kind of thing going. You guys, so if you could, Zane is right. Thank you, Zane.
Yeah. I'm not right. I'm a baby about it, but
Zane, are you looking to host the show? Because we need someone.
Oh, wow.
We need somebody professional.
Thank you, whoever. Thank you.
A true salesman.
A true salesman
Somebody
is right.
knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. All right.
So, real quick, guys, while I was under the knife this week, they did an upgrade to StreamYard. You no longer have to use the hashtag claim. You just have to type the word claim.
Okay.
Awesome.
So one less character for those of you who take. Right.
Yeah, to win this Kaiju score variant, Kyle is telling us you don't have to do the hashtag. Just put in claim, and we'll take it from there.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
If for whatever reason you can't, you can always call the shop too if there's a problem in the chat. 205-963-0788.
Excellent.
Kaiju Score is a good book too. So.
Oh, so yeah, not only you're winning, but it's also a good book. Thank you. All right.
The people read this.
I enjoy it.
Some people do.
They don't just buy it for speculation.
Okay, so no matter what we're talking about, and as we play this little trivia game, a little loose and all that kind of stuff, if there's anything up here you're curious about and we're not talking about it, please let us know in the chat, and we will prioritize whatever you are interested in. For anyone who did not watch our local show, we do have a few books up here that are holdover from that. We have a few Journey into Mysteries and Thor from the Kirby era, and then into the Roy Thomas and John Buscema era, okay? We also have a couple Black Panthers, but primarily Doomore era Black Panthers. We have a first issue of Frank Miller's Ronin. We got a couple issues of Boys Hero-gasm, but the big one, the big key, did that sell on the last show? Hero-gasm #1? Okay, that's the one most people are looking for. But anyway, if you're curious about some of this stuff is from the show before. So, we'll get to that at some point, or maybe not if no one has any interest. We'll pretty much just deal with the new books that we have up here, and as we sell them and as we play our trivia game, we will try to add more into the mix. All right. So with that said, before we get into this Doctor Strange here, I just want to let people know. All right, so if you want to play along with our trivia question, each is a section, and each section has 4 questions, a 5-point, a 10-point, a 20-point, and a 30-point. If it gets too complicated to follow along, screw it. We'll just see who gets the most answers or whatever. Or if anything else, we'll just have fun learning about very obscure Silver Age trivia.
Which is what I learned from the Golden Age in the previous show.
The previous show, yes. All my research finally came through, But Wordman, a very good friend of the show, he did submit a video question, actually, and that is where he also coined the name Lord Zanin, the obscure Flash Gordon villain that no one knows about, but definitely more dangerous than Ming, that's for sure. Do you have a hot thought or two? No. But the question that Gary was most interested in, people are still confused of why, during this period of Doctor Strange, did Stephen Strange wear the blue mask?
I don't know the exact reason. I only know the editorial reason.
Which was?
It looked cool and people were going to draw faces.
That's valid. Maybe they were like preparing for Rob Liefeld to join in a few decades.
Well, they're masks, not shoes.
Okay. Or maybe it's the Todd McFarlane thing where go back and look at those early Todd McFarlane issues. Whenever he drew a character with a mask, all looked cool. Anytime he drew a real person with a real face,
something a little off.
Yeah. I don't want to say anything derogatory, but they were pretty ugly. Anyway, because he was having the face tattoo removed. Yes, I think you are onto something. But do you remember? Do you remember the editorial reason why they gave him the mask?
They wanted Marvel to have like more costume type heroes.
Okay.
And Doctor Strange was not very recognizable.
Okay.
And they needed something like more prominent to differentiate him from being just like this guy with a cape.
Right. Okay. All right. That's a great answer. Okay. So Gary, I hope that helps. We don't know the plot reason why Stephen Strange is wearing a mask, but editorially, Marvel was looking to sexy up their characters, make them look more like, Batman. Or
it was also the reason why Nick Fury no longer ran around like in a shirt and tie. He got the spy jumpsuit.
Right. Yeah. Suddenly he was man from Uncle.
Yes.
Yeah.
The 90s.
Anyway, this issue, Doctor Strange number 180. Now, this is only a good copy at $6. This is a reader kind of copy, but this was a fun. You get Steve Ditko, Eternity, and Gene Colan, Doctor Strange figure, both pasted on top of a photo of the New York skyline. So this is one of those sort of collage era covers that Marvel was doing at that time. So again, this is Doctor Strange 180, good copy at only $6. All right. So first up, what do you want to? I'll give you. What do you want to start with? Captain America, Rip Hunter, or the X-Men? X-Men?
Rip Hunter.
Yeah, Rip Hunter.
Jeez.
These are all Traveler? Yeah, Rip Hunter. Yeah, this is all Silver Age.
Okay.
Okay, so again, if you see anything up here you're interested, let Al know, and we'll get to that. But before that, we are going to do our 4 X-Men questions. So the first up is, who impersonated the X-Men to rob a bank in X-Men number 20? All right, so let everyone kind of think about that one for a moment.
All right. Dang. Say it. Mimic.
Yeah.
There you go. Mimic.
Mimic and what? There's two people, 2 characters.
I just did Mimic.
Okay, so your answer is Mimic, and I don't know. If anyone else has
That's a great answer.
An answer,
I wouldn't have thought of that.
you let me know. All right, so while chat, if you want to answer, feel free. Though I'm going to give the answer in about 10 seconds so no one Googles it. So while we wait, and Zane, let's see if you got any answers. Let us really quickly talk about The Amazing Spider-Man number 79.
Great issue.
This is a good copy. So this is a low-grade copy, which is why it's only $10. And this is the second appearance of the Prowler. All right, so that's a good copy at $10. All right, anyone have a guess? The two people impersonated? No? Okay. Anyone in the chat say anything?
No, but there's some interest in some of the other books.
Okay, then I'll get to them. Real quick, it was Unis and the Blob.
Unis the Untouchable?
Unis the Untouchable and the Blob. Yeah.
Unmovable?
Yeah.
The untouchable and unmovable.
Yeah, the Untouchable and the Unmovable. Al, what is the first priority of the book?
Black Panther, Captain Marvel, and then the Pizza books.
Okay, so real quick, so the Black Panthers that we have. Oh, is that one, the $25 one? Did that get claimed? That was the one where Shuri's fighting Namor on the cover?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're down to, so this is Black Panther number 12. This is part of the Jonathan Mayberry run of Black Panther where Shuri took on the mantle of Black Panther. This is the issue that is right before the Doom War event. And this is the issue where Shuri teams up with the Fantastic Four to take on Namor. So this is a high-grade copy at $10. And then we have 2 issues from the Black Panther Man Without Fear story, which is where Daredevil kind of quit for a period of time to go kind of get his life back together. And he asked his buddy T'Challa to watch over Hell's Kitchen while he was gone. This is issue number 513. That is a high grade at $5. And then another high grade at $5. This is issue 515. All right. And then from New Avengers, my boy Jonathan Hickman, one of the great runs. This is issue number 7. This is a high grade copy at $10. And this is the issue where T'Challa officially declares war on Namor and Atlantis. There we go. And then the next one's with the Captain Marvels.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's throw the two Ms. Marvels into that mix. So first up this is a big key. This is Ms. Marvel #1. This is the first appearance of Carol Danvers as Ms. Marvel. This is a high grade copy at $120. And then we have issue 2, the second appearance of Carol Danvers as Ms. Marvel. Now, this is the origin of Ms. Marvel and the issue where Ms. Marvel fights the Scorpion, because that sounds about right. Without looking at this cover, can anyone guess who the second villain is that she fights? The Destructor. The Destructor. Does anyone even remember who the Destructor is?
Oh, he destroys things.
Cool. Zanin, do you know?
No, but did John Buscema do the interiors?
I don't know. There's only so much research and preparation I can do. There's a lot of plates I got to keep in the air with this whole thing. But this is a very fine plus copy at $30. And then we get into the Captain Marvel series of the actual first Captain Marvel-wise. This is Captain Marvel number 16. This is a very good copy at $8. This is the issue where Captain Marvel gets his second costume, the costume he's most known for. Right now, he's still in his Kree uniform. But this is the issue where they introduced the Negabands and his new iconic costume. So that's Captain Marvel number 16, a very good copy at $8. And then we get some later Captain Marvel books. So this is issue number 46, the first appearance of Supremor. That was an android version of the Supreme Intelligence who would later become a member of Star Force. And if anyone remembers who Star Force is, then you probably read a lot of 90s comics. This is a fine minus copy at only $5. And then we have issue 48. This is I think this is like a mid-grade copy or a very fine copy at $8. But more importantly, this is the first appearance and first cover of Cheetah. Man, that gas. I knew their minds were going to get blown. Cheetah. Again.
DC's Cheetah?
No, Marvel's Cheetah. He was a petty thief who got empowered by the Kree.
Well, DC's Cheetah is a petty thief.
Well, but she's not a petty thief because she steals valuable archaeological artifacts.
Yeah, in fact,
that's not petty.
Well, I mean,
she has a PhD.
Yeah, and she has a PhD.
That doesn't mean she's not petty.
This is an
Other
idiot.
doctors are very petty.
Yeah, this is an idiot who dresses up like a werewolf and calls himself Cheetah. He doesn't even look like a cheetah.
He's
Yeah.
just dumb and confused.
Oh, here we go. Zanin, what popular TV sitcom catchphrase is an homage to a character's love of Captain Marvel?
Shazam. Was that in?
Shazam.
There you go. There you go. Good one. Good one. So anyway, everyone's looking for that next El Muerto, or the next, what's some other random character that no one cared about, and then 1 week suddenly became a $200 book.
Titania.
Yeah, Titania, Vengeance, Punchline. I don't know. There's a ton of them. So who knows? Maybe one day the first appearance of Cheetah, Marvel's Cheetah, will be a sought-after book that everyone's clamoring for. You don't know.
Well, maybe maybe DC made it like an imperative for Cheetah not to appear again in the Marvel comic.
There you go. There you go.
The next DC book is going to be a Cheetah Marvel.
All right, next up is another big first appearance that the jokes write themselves. You ready, fellas? This is Captain Marvel number 55. This is a very good copy at $4, and it is the first appearance and first cover appearance of Death Grip. There you go. There you go.
Ow, it hurts.
Yeah. In fact, you laughed so hard, the camera shook. Man, I told you, Death Grip. The jokes write themselves. You know, I knew somebody who one time actually injured their hand by masturbating.
Don't tell that story on live. Come on, dude. I took that
Yeah.
in confidence.
Yeah. And my question to my friend was, what are you doing? Like,
You better tell me to stop.
and so I think to myself, whenever I think of Death Grip, I think of my friend and his broken hand. Next up is Captain Marvel number 59, the first cameo appearance of Elysius and the first appearance of Stellarax. Each of these characters would be used by Thanos to conquer the Earth. I'm pretty sure they did not succeed. But, you know, we won't hold it against them. This is a mid-grade copy at $6. And then we get issue number 61. And this is the first full appearance of Elysius. This is a very good copy at $4. So that is all of our Ms. Marvel, Captain Marvel books.
Time for a quick break.
Oh, time for a quick break.
Wait, who?
Thanks for tuning into The Experience. Help us out and hit subscribe over on YouTube and click the bell when you do. Need some help? Scan the QR code in the bottom corner. Did you know that every Experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.
My whole family. We will buy 13 tickets.
Game 7?
Let's go. Yeah.
No. Like,
The tickets were $105. Then they went to $200. Then $250.
So-
and they were even.
so you would stress me out and give Philly the possibility
So I
of being the first team in 143 playoff series to lose after being up 3-0. You wanted us to go through with that because you wanted to go to the game?
I wanted to watch them win at home. Win at home. You should have won at home 3 games
You're
ago.
crazy. You're crazy.
3 games ago, you should have won at home.
Speaking of crazy, in the end of the X-Men, in X-Men number 46, who was tearing apart the Stone X with the X-Men's picture on it? What character was tearing apart the Stone X at the end of X-Men number 46? I will give a hint. It's a strong character.
The Beast.
It's an X-Men villain.
Yara?
Okay, all right, real quick. Real fast. Okay.
Bang it up.
So it's early in the X-Men comic book universe. And when you think of a strong X-Men villain, your first thought
Juggernaut.
was to go to Garrick, living, what is it, like monolith or like the dude, which was introduced, by the way, in Claremont and Burns' X-Men, right? Or did he come back? But yes, it was Juggernaut. It was obvious. Juggernaut. I mean, come on, people.
I got to answer right. Good night, everybody.
Well, here's one. This is easy.
Clap me.
Who was the first X-Men Magneto captured in X-Men #5? And while everyone thinks about that, did we have any other books people were interested in now? Oh, the Pizza Huts. Right. Thank you. All right. So
Pizza Hut.
Yes. So back in the early '90s, with the success of the X-Men cartoon series, Pizza Hut started to get into the game. And so what happens is, whenever you would go to a Pizza Hut and you would buy the meat lover, enema-inducing, double crusted.
Was this before or after the Ninja Turtles?
This is after Turtles.
And so it's after like the book it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But anyway, you had the opportunity to buy pizza and then buy an X-Men comic. Now, a lot of these books probably got trashed because kids were reading them while their fingers were all greasy and stuff like that.
A great thing to do while you're eating pizza.
Right, is read a comic book. Yes. So, and also, more often than not, these comics were given to probably kids. And so there's not as many of them around as they used to be. And so forth, they've actually kind of gone up in value. Plus, as I always like to talk about lately, we are now into the beginnings of the 90s nostalgia craze. And so anything in regards to the animated X-Men cartoon is popular and sought after. And these Pizza Hut comics are no different.
It's not crazy because we have jobs now. We can buy back our childhood.
Now, this is a complete set. They only did 4 issues, okay? So it's 4 issues, and we have the complete set. They're all high-grade copies, and they're all $7. All right. So first up is issue #1, Rogue and Gambit fighting some Sentinels. Pizza Hut. Don't worry, they always remind you that they're Pizza Hut. So that's issue 1.
Product placement.
Yeah, I know, right? And then we have issue 2 with Wolverine and Jubilee. Sabretooth shows up. Sauron shows up. It's a mid-air mutant mayhem brought to you by Pizza Hut. There you go. That's issue 2.
Who were the creative team?
I have no idea. None whatsoever. Does anyone want to look it up for me?
What did you say?
Who's the creative team on these books? Because I'll tell you one thing. I don't recognize the art. Here's issue 3. The Beast and Storm, menaced by Magneto on Muir Island. There you go. That's issue 3. And then the final issue of the 4-parter, Bishop and Cyclops join up to eat pizza. And in fact, I'm pretty sure what you're watching, look at their body positions. I'm pretty sure they just ate a lot of Pizza Hut. So that's issue 4. That's $7. These were all released in 1993. Well, Toys R Us was like, yo, Pizza Hut's publishing,
What's
X-Men. Yeah, Toys R Us. Yeah, for all those kids out there that doesn't know what the hell Toys R Us is. Toys R Us was like, wait a minute, we want to get in on this game. So guess what? Boom. X-Men by Toys R Us, issue #1. I can't remember how you would win this. I don't know. Buy an overly expensive Nintendo game. Get stuck in Babies R Us's little playground or something like that. I don't know. But here's Toys R Us limited event X-Men #1. You are fools, my X-Men. Not even your powers can defeat the, you ready? Cyber Sentinel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gary's first job apparently was at Pizza Hut.
Really?
I used to go to Pizza Hut and have a whole medium pie myself as a kid.
Jason, we're going to have a question about your health.
Well, look at the way I look now. 200 some odd pounds.
Nice. Well, real quick, while we're kind of on the X-Men real fast. Oh, by the way, did anyone get no, it was the Angel. All right, cool. This is really working out. There was this Heroes for Hope starring the X-Men. All right, so this was, I can't remember what the charity event was for. Oh, yes, Fabian says that makes sense that Fabian would have written those Pizza Hut issues because that was around the same time he was writing NFL Super Pro. So Fabian, you know.
Thank you, Mr. Barucci.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so now this is what kind of blew my mind. I was not aware of all of the different artists that worked on this one shot. Here it goes. All proceeds from this comic book are being donated to famine relief and recovery in Africa. All right, this is a very fine copy at $6. But what I want to talk about is who is in this book. All right, so I imagine most of you recognize the Arthur Adams cover. There is also a back cover drawn by Jim Starlin. And now here are the 4 main contributors to this Heroes for Hope book. All right, you ready for this?
Ready.
This is a good one. All right, so first up, Dave Cockrum. No surprise? Dave Cockrum. It's cool, right? John Byrne. Frank Miller. Bernie Wrightson.
Wow.
And scripts by, you said it, Al, Stephen King. Oh, you knew that, Marshall? Nice. That, like, I don't think I ever knew that. Or maybe I would have wanted that book more back in the day.
It was a regular USA for Africa.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So there you go. A very unique, interesting book. I wonder if it's ever been reprinted. Is that one of those kind of, no, never, so it only exists in that form? Cool. All right. Nice. Real quick, I'm going to ask you some Captain America questions real fast.
Okay.
Who was the first member invited to join the New Avengers after all but Captain America quit in Avengers number 16?
Wait, run that by me again?
So in Avengers number 16, everybody on the Avengers quits except Captain America. Who is the first hero to join Captain America's New Avengers team?
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye is correct. There you go.
I just guessed.
And here's a follow-up. Who created the Sleepers?
Red Skull.
There you go. All right, we're on a roll. So who dressed up as Captain America to fool the torch in Strange Tales 114?
Oh, man.
While you think about that, we have here, what if Wolverine battles Conan? This is What If issue number 16. That is a very fine plus copy at $11. And then we have What If number 50 with its prerequisite 90s gimmick cover. There you go, little silver foil.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Does
What
it
if
glow
the
in the dark?
Yeah. I don't think it glows in the dark, but it definitely shines. What if Hulk had killed Wolverine? I know. That is a high-grade copy at $10. And before we get to the answer of who pretended to be Captain America to fool the torch in a Strange Tales comic, we have What If number 58, What If the Punisher had killed Spider-Man? This is a very fine plus copy at $8. All right, does anyone have a guess? Strange Tales 114, who dressed up as Captain America?
I am guessing, but the Trapster is Space Pop Pete? Or
Good guess. Anyone else have a guess? Okay, it is the Acrobat. Now, here's a more important question. Does anyone even recall the Acrobat as an actual character?
Yeah, he used to flip around a lot.
Was he a character who renamed himself as the Tumbler, or were the Acrobat and the Tumbler two different characters?
You know what's funny? I was thinking about that. I want to lean into yes, but maybe not.
Because
weren't there multiple Tumblers?
I don't know, but in the infamous Secret Empire storyline, the Tumbler was set up to be killed and have Captain America blamed for the murder.
That's a pretty good one. All right. But I'm not sure. Chat, does anyone know, does the Acrobat have any relationship to the Tumblers? By the way, that's Silver Age Comics. The Acrobat and the Tumblers, are they the same character? And you're like, what are you guys talking about?
What's wrong with you guys?
I know. All right, this is going to be a fun little trivia.
Thanks, stop reading my book.
And then we'll talk real quickly, unless, Al, any priorities?
2001.
Oh my God, that's so fun. Okay,
That's awesome.
I was about to talk about the 2001s, but right before I do, I want to throw this one out there. All right, these stories are Superman, Batman tales from World's Finest. They're all from like the late 60s. And here, it's a multiple choice. Are these stories real? Are they hoaxes, a la one character is pulling a hoax on another character? Are they a dream, like another character having a dream, that's the story? Or is it an imaginary story? Just does not exist outside of that one issue. First one, Superman accuses Batman of witchcraft and burns him at the stake when they travel back to New England in colonial times to learn if Batman is related to Mad Anthony Wayne in World's Finest 186. So the question is, did Superman and Batman, while traveling back to the Salem witch trials, did Superman burn Batman at the stake? Real, hoax, dream, or an imaginary story?
I'm going to say hoax.
Okay, so Zanen's in on a hoax. Everyone else, get your answers. But before that, let us talk real quickly about 2001 Space Odyssey by none other than the king himself, Jack Kirby. Now, this run is also where, is it Marshall, issue 7? That is the first appearance of Machine Man? 8. Okay, now we don't have that one, regrettably. But here are the ones we do have. This is issue 2. This is about a very fine plus at $14. We have issue 3. Also a very fine plus at $14. Issue 4. None of these will ever be reprinted, just so we're clear. All right. This is issue number 4. Now this is a very fine plus at $10. And then we have issue 5, where they go to Comicsville. This is a very fine plus copy at $14. This is brilliant Kirby art.
Yes,
it's just unreal.
It's awesome because they just let him do whatever he wanted with the book.
Yeah.
It was beyond the movie.
And again, it was Kirby just being full-on, abstract, esoteric Kirby, like just wild. And it's very sad that this stuff will just never be printed because they can't. Even though technically at this point, is this a 20th Century Fox? MGM. No, it won't ever be reprinted. Unless Disney buys MGM, which probably isn't that. Amazon just bought MGM? Are you serious? Jesus. There's going to be 2 companies that own everything.
Their stock's also down $800.
What was the company that ran OMAC? Do you remember the corporation that created the OMACs?
Nickelodeon.
Was it Univax or something like that?
Mr. McHale. Okay, there you go, buddy. All right, those 2001s. Thank you.
Gary Lyon has never seen 2001.
I don't believe that.
What? That's what he said. He said he's never seen it. He's never heard of it.
I just don't believe it. All right, does anyone else? Okay, you said a hoax?
Yes.
You are correct. It is a hoax. Batman was possessed by an evil spirit that Superman poked to scare out of him.
That writer is fired.
Another one. Superman and Batman duel to the death to save their friends from galactic gamblers in World's Finest 185. Real, hoax, dream, imaginary story.
I'm going to say hoax.
You're going to say hoax, okay?
Hoax. Gamblers? No.
Okay. All right, so Zane's going hoax. While I wait for maybe other people to chime in, let us talk about a dream character. A character by the name of Sandman and another Kirby Bronze Age. This is Sandman #1. This is a mid-grade copy at $20. First appearance of this Sandman, the second, not to be confused with the Golden Age Sandman. Also, the first appearance of 2 characters by the name of Brute and Glob, 2 nightmares that would be reintroduced in Neil Gaiman's Sandman. And then we also have issue number 4. That is a fine plus copy at $12. All right.
Just in time for a break.
Oh, it's break time. But before we go to break, Superman and Batman duel to the death to save their friends from galactic gamblers. That is a hoax. They were working together to beat the gamblers. Yay! Zanen's already got 2 of them.
That writer is fired.
Break time. Or Zane, you could just.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.
Cart to my house.
Wait, time out. Big breaking news. All right. So Jason, on his blog.
I got home at 3 o'clock in the morning.
So Jason gets home at 3 o'clock in the morning, and while you're getting home, someone is being dragged onto your block inside of a Home Depot shopping cart?
Welcome to Philadelphia.
All right. Good times. Good times.
Welcome to South Philly.
All right, Zane, you ready for the next one?
Absolutely.
Superman throws Batman off a skyscraper to commit Superman's perfect crime after being hypnotized by Mr. Socrates in World's Finest 180. Is that real, hoax, dream, or an imaginary story? And while you think about that,
Hoax.
Oh, are you going with hoax? Okay. But before, let us talk. Let's deal with these last two Amazing Spider-Mans.
That's a great issue.
Now, why? Please.
It is the beginning of the trilogy where Spider-Man versus Dr. Octopus. At the end of the trilogy, Captain Stacy is killed.
This is where, okay.
That's the beginning of the story arc.
Cool, because issue 99 is where we're going to deal with the aftermath.
Okay.
So that is issue 88, as Zane said, the beginning of a very big, important storyline. The death of Captain Stacy is a very iconic, important story in the Spider-Man mythos. This issue 88 is a very good copy at $18. And then we get to issue 99. All right, now this is the issue that I think takes place right after the death of, because this is the issue that
after.
This is right after, because this is the first appearance of. Now I didn't look it up, but tell me, it's the first appearance of Arthur Stacy. Who is that? Is it her uncle?
Yes.
Okay. So it's Captain Stacy's brother and Gwen's uncle.
Yeah, she was staying in London at the time.
Okay. Oh, and this is where Straczynski later, decades later, used her trip to London to explain her pregnancy with Norman's children. Did you see that eye roll? None of you saw that eye roll, but I'm pretty sure I felt the moon move a little bit, the tides. He rolled so hard, man.
Let's just say things got weird.
Anyway, this is Amazing Spider-Man number 99, Panic in the Prison. It's a VG minus copy at $16. All right. Now, the last of our world's finest real hoax, dream, or imaginary story. Oh, by the way, it was an imaginary story.
Okay.
So it's your first wrong answer.
That writer is fired.
All right. Batman goes berserk, and Superman must hunt him down and chain him up in the Mad Manhunter and world's finest 182. All right. So while you think if that's real, hoax, dream, imaginary story?
Dream.
Dream? It was a hoax.
Okay.
Superman was hypnotized and Batman acted crazy to keep him close and nearby. His friend was helping him out.
Wow,
He was having a bad trip.
They seem very susceptible to hypnotism.
Oh, no. I think you would agree. When you read, especially some of these world's finest books, Superman and Batman were very weak-willed and very susceptible to a good-looking woman, to hypnotism, to cults, to like they just seem to fall for everything.
That writer is fired.
Good times. All right, Zainin, you get the next. Do you want to do Flash questions, Doctor Strange questions, Supergirl, Shield, or Green Arrow?
I will pick Shield.
You're gonna go Shield. All right. So the first Shield question is: who is the liaison between Shield and Stark Industries? So while you think about that,
Jasper Sitwell.
you got it. Boom! Already. All right. Now here's a good one.
Hey, it's just sat well with me.
What is the original? What is the SHIELD acronym? What did it originally stand for?
Supreme Headquarters International Espionage Law Enforcement Division.
You got it. There you go. Killing it. All right. Who was the first person to script SHIELD after Stan Lee? So here is Captain America 193. Jack Kirby's back on the book. The Falcon's hanging out. And it's time for the beginning of the big Mad Bomb storyline that ran all the way up to issue, what was it, 200?
200.
Yeah. This was like a pretty big story. I mean, it ran for like 8 issues.
That's a great issue in itself.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Return of the King. If you come for the king, you better make sure you kill him.
Although it didn't go without any some hurt feelings on the part of creators that were working on the book before Kirby came back.
Now, why is that? Were they forced off the book?
Yes.
Okay. And who were the creators prior to this?
One of them was Steve Englehart, but when he got wind, he jumped off the book even before Kirby came back. He jumped off the book in the middle of a storyline.
Oh, okay. All right. What did he go on to do after that? Would that have been?
He was still working on Avengers and Defenders.
Okay. All right. Was that around the Avengers Defenders War?
No, it was after.
It was after that. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, this is Captain America 193. This is a very fine minus copy at $20. All right. So, do you know who the first person to script SHIELD after Stan Lee was?
I'm just guessing because I don't know whether or not the other person I'm thinking of started, but I'm going to say Jim Steranko.
Jim Steranko. All right. I'll give you a hint. I just held up a book written and illustrated by a certain writer-artist. Who was that? Who drew Captain America 193?
Jack Kirby.
There you go. Jack Kirby took over scripting duties after Stan Lee. What was the name of the SHIELD training school? So stupid.
The Spy School?
Good guess. Anyone have a guess? Just a guess? No? I'm pretty sure there's a rapper, G-Unit. It was the Unit.
Okay.
And the unit stood for Underground Network Intelligence Training Academy. Now, why wasn't UNITA? I'll never know. But let's say.
I mean, you did.
All right. So, what would you like to do next? Flash, Doctor Strange, Supergirl, or Green Arrow?
You pick.
Marshall, what should we do next? Flash, Doctor Strange, Supergirl, or Green Arrow? Doctor Strange. All right. What relation is Clea to Dormammu?
His daughter.
All right, there you go. Everyone got that one. And you're all wrong, by the way.
Oh.
I was pretty sure you were wrong, but I had to double check. No, Clea was his niece.
Umar is from.
Yes. And Umar is the sister of Dormammu. Yeah. See? No, you guys are really brushing your shoulders off there for a moment. Yeah. All right, next. Who was Doctor Strange battling when he finally made it onto the cover in Strange Tales 121?
I'm just going to guess.
So Marshall threw out a nightmare. What's your guess?
Mordo.
Full name.
Mordo and the Merciless.
Baron Mordo.
Oh, Baron
Full name.
Mordo.
Mordo is not good enough for you.
I was like, is he messing with me? I was like, wait, what is he? Anyone else have a guess? Any guess? Well, don't worry, because Zane got it. Baron Mordo. That is correct. By what name did Doctor Strange call the Ancient One in his first 2 issues? Oh, this is really kind of simple. But anyway, while we wait to find out if anyone knows that answer, here is Amazing Adventures number 9. This is Black Bolt and the Inhumans pretty much taking on Magneto, who for some reason has a bunch of like deviants, or I don't know who the heck Magneto's. Do you know much about this storyline?
Yeah, Magneto had gotten some sort of entourage of other types of mutants when he put the X-Men in the Savage Land, and he just brought them along with him.
He is like his new posse.
Yes.
He was like, okay, all right. It was like what was that hip hop band? The Treacherous 4+1, or the anyway. I was gonna be like Magneto and his. All right. Hey, it can't all be gold here, all right? I gotta make this crap up as I'm standing here. Yeah. Amazing Adventures number 9. This is a VG Plus copy at $12. And then we have issue number 10, which continues the story. Now, do you remember who was writing and illustrating this story at the time?
No, but it was a wrap up.
Okay, that looks like Gil Kane, right?
That is Gil Kane.
Yeah.
They were wrapping up the Inhumans. In the very next issue, they introduced the Beast in his own series.
That's when, okay, cool. So Amazing Adventures number 10. This is a VG copy at $10. All right. And does anyone have an answer about what name Doc Strange called the Ancient One in his first 2 issues?
Master.
Yeah! You got it! That was the thing. I was like, somebody just make an educated guess. The Master. Like, when I saw the answer, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This is a question? All right, now this is a fun one. All right. Whose battle with the Human Torch in Strange Tales 110 was deemed too titanic that it wasn't even worth mentioning on the cover that a guy named Doctor Strange was also being introduced in this issue?
Strange Tales 110?
Strange Tales 110, the first appearance of Doctor Strange. The Human Torch was having such an amazing battle with these 2 villains that they couldn't even be bothered to mention that they were introducing a character by the name of Doctor Strange. Which 2 villains was the Human Torch fighting? And man, when you think of epic villains, I mean, that really define the game, it's these 2 dudes.
I'm only guessing. Wizard and Paste Pot Pete.
Bam! He got it! What? Yes! The Wizard and Paste Pot Pete. And by the way, Paste Pot Pete, when he literally had a pail, with paste in it. Yes, the Human Torch was fighting the Wizard and Paste Pot Pete on the cover of Strange Tales 110, and there is no mention whatsoever that Doctor Strange is appearing in that book.
And they were 50% of the Frightful Four.
Yes, they were. Yeah. Can you name the other 2 members of the original Frightful Four?
Medusa and Sandman.
Yes, and that terrible costume.
Yes.
Man, that was such a goofy-ass costume. All right. So let's finish off here with Fantastic Four 104. For some dumb reason, I thought that this story was like a part of that Amazing Adventures. It's not. But Zanin, do you have any recollection of what was narratively going on around this time? At this point, this book Kirby was off, right? 104.
Actually, I think he did 102 or maybe 103, and that was his last Fantastic Four.
Right.
John Romita came in and finished Fantastic Four.
You think this is Romita? I mean, look at that. It sure looks kind of Romita-ish.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And it's Magneto. Is Magneto, like, did he take over Atlantis? Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
He was holding hostage Sue and Dorma,
Okay.
who was
Namor's
significant other at the
Mhm.
time. And he was trying to force them into fighting each other. And he would thereby bring in his own army and take over Atlantis.
Okay. Just as long as he didn't force Sue and Dorma to have, like, a pillow fight or something like that. I mean, come on, man. Grow up. Get over it. All right. So, man, did we talk about every book that's up here? Shoot, I think we did. Uh-oh. I got to dip back into... Oh, here is X-Men, the movie special that was put out by Wizards of the Coast, which at the time was the Magic the Gathering company. Don't you have... Is Wizards of the Coast the company you had, or is it Hasbro purchased Magic?
Hasbro purchased Wizards of the Coast to acquire Magic, because Magic was created by Richard up at Penn.
Right, okay. A Philly product. Magic the Gathering, created here in Philly. Yeah, a Penn student. We don't like Penn students. No, I'm just kidding. If you're watching, don't be, hey, if you live around West Philly, University City, man, trust me, you're going to get tired of Penn students real fast. I mean, if you want to see the definition of entitlement, just walk down University City, Anyway, this X-Men the movie special was written by Jay Faerber, drawn by Anthony Williams, but more importantly, that is a really cool Arthur Adams cover there. This is a high-grade copy at only $6. All right, Zan, let me ask you a flash question.
Okay.
Who was on the receiving end of the mightiest punch of all time in Flash 153?
Professor Zoom.
Professor Zoom. All right, good answer. Let me see if I can find the answer.
Okay, question.
Man,
I just want to
this is-
know. 'Cause
All right. So I just want everyone to know, Zanin here has answered a flash question, and the answer you gave is Professor Zoom, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Now, many of you would probably think that Zanin is correct, and I am here to inform you that yes, in fact, he is correct.
Really?
Professor Zoom, you got it.
Oh my God.
You got it. All right. So next up, what was Kid Flash doing the first time he was cover featured in Flash 135 after his introduction? So he was introduced in the Flash issue, and then on his first cover, what was he doing?
No, that was Speedy.
Sure feels that way sometimes. What was he doing on his first cover appearance? I'll give you a hint. He was being given something.
His new costume?
Yes! There you go, bud. Crushing it, man. Crushing it. All right. Next up, who did the two Flashes battle in their third team up in Flash 137?
Vandal Savage?
All right, now this is starting to get kind of crazy. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, it was Vandal Savage. I was like, oh man, I really need to look at the answer because I have no idea.
He's
All right.
cheating.
Final Flash question. On the cover of Flash 147, Flash and the Reverse Flash reenact the iconic cover to Flash 123. Who are they chasing on either side of the fence?
I'm only guessing on this.
Okay?
Was it
It's two villains. Two villains
that they're chasing?
that they're chasing. Yes.
Captain Cold?
Okay? I'll give you a hint. One of them is not Captain Cold.
Okay.
Okay,
The other one is Captain.
I'll give you a hint. One has Doctor in his title, and the other has Mister in his title.
Dr. Alchemy and Mr. Element.
Yes! All right. Good stuff, brother. All right. Here we go.
Mr. Barucci, you're losing.
Oh, is he throwing in some guesses?
He was guessing, but he's like a big Flash fan.
He's a huge Flash guy, yeah. All right.
He got one right after Zane answered it.
Oh, that's good. All right, cool. All right, so next up, we're going to roll out a couple Hulk comics here. So for anyone who's interested, here's some Hulks. Oh, there's Sandman in his terrible costume. There he is, right there. Terrible costume. All right, so before we get into those Hulks, we're going to do some Gotham City villains. Here we go. Who was the first villain Batgirl faced in Detective Comics 359? All right, and while we wait for that, this is Incredible Hulk 136. That is a fine plus copy at $16.
That's my answer.
What was your answer? Killer Moth. Okay. Zane, do you have an answer?
Firefly?
Firefly? Anyone else have an answer?
No, I think it was Killer Moth.
Marshall is correct.
Yeah.
Killer Moth. First villain Batgirl faced.
Zane, sit down. Mark, get up there.
All right, next up.
He's the master.
What villain stepped out of the pages of The Flash on the cover of Detective 353 to battle the dynamic duo? What villain stepped out of the pages of The Flash on the cover of Detective 353? And then we have here Incredible Hulk 138. That is a fine plus copy at $16.
This is a guess on my part, but was it Weather Wizard?
Okay, that's your guess. Anyone have another guess? Or you want to agree with Zanin?
Don't agree with me. I'm guessing.
Well, I'll just say this. You should agree with Zanin because he is correct. It is the Weather Wizard. You got it.
You're the master.
All right. Next up. Who was the first supervillain Batman battled with his new look in Batman 169? Who was the first supervillain Batman battled with his new look in Batman 169? And here we have Hulk versus Dr. Doom.
That's a good issue.
Oh yeah, do
Yes.
you know? Like, do you remember this story? This is issue 144, fine plus, $18.
Yeah, actually, Doom was trying to confer with Bruce Banner. But, anytime that you bring along Bruce Banner, you have to bring along his friend, too.
Right.
And Doom wasn't having that.
So was he like calm down and stop having a temper tantrum?
Basically.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Incredible Hulk 144, fine plus copy at $18. Do you have a guess?
I don't recall that issue, but Riddler.
Okay, Riddler's a good guess. Anyone else have a guess? It's a famous Batman villain. It's not that obscure. I'll give it a hint. Nah, it's not. What?
Kite Man.
Kite Man. That's a good one. It was the Penguin.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with it.
Last question of the Gotham City villains. What Batman villain also fought John John's The Martian Manhunter? Now, always remember, all these questions are from Silver Age comics. So, what villain, Batman villain, also fought John John's The Martian Manhunter? And now we have Incredible Hulk 146, where I imagine most of you will be very shocked to find out the Hulk fights the army. Because it's very rare the Hulk fought a tank, but this is one of the very few issues in existence where the Hulk fights the U.S. Army.
There's a
That
movie
was-
that he fought a tank.
That was the storyline leading up to when the U.S. government actually captured him and they put him on trial.
Interesting. Who was writing it? It was Mantlo at this time?
No, that was, I think that was Roy Thomas.
This is Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. This is a fine minus copy at $8. But more importantly, we have to say goodbye to Real Marshall, who is leaving us. Goodbye, Real Marshall. Bye-bye. Hey, Marshall, it was a
Take
pleasure
care,
hanging
Marshall.
out. Have a wonderful trip. We look forward to seeing you in a week. Love you, bud.
Have a good vacation.
Peace. All right. Anyone have a guess on what Batman villain also fought the Martian Manhunter? It was Arnold Hugo.
Okay.
that was kind of that's how I felt as well. All right. Villainous Origins. What villain was banished to the antimatter world of Quard? What villain was banished to the antimatter world Quard?
Sinestro?
Anyone else have a guess? Or you want to agree with Xanon?
I'll go with Zane.
You're going to go with Xanon?
I've never read Flash comics, so I'll go with Zane.
Well, don't worry, because you are correct, because you agreed with Xanon. It was Sinestro. Now, this should be an easy one. What villain did J. Jonah Jameson pay to create, and tell me what issue it happened in?
Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man what?
It was the Scorpion. I'm just guessing Amazing Spider-Man number 20.
Yeah! Xanon!
Damn it!
Man!
Can you give me a second with these, would you?
We need to find a comic book quiz or something. We'll be plug it in.
Yo, Cal. Hold on
You're
one
going
second.
on break now.
Kyle, can you hear me?
The other computer appears to have frozen.
Yeah, he didn't plug it in.
Yep.
Oh, that's super smart of him.
I was running the show.
Let's
What's going on?
let's take a quick commercial break, or
Yeah,
we
take a
can
break.
make it the outro.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, let's do that. Fuck that.
No.
This is The Experience.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hey there, hi there, hello there. You're as welcome as can be.
Hi, I'm Nancy McCann. Welcome to Friday Night Live on The Experience.
Welcome everybody to Fat Jack's Comicrypt. Brendan, Al, Jason, hanging out.
There I am. Welcome back to Kicking It with Henry, folks. I am your host, Henry Copeland. It's great to be here with you guys.
So we are going to talk about books that are in stores this week.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mishmash.
Hello, and welcome to the Black Comics Universe, presented by Peep Game Comics.
And you gotta love it that the first people in the minute to skim it are creators.
Up, everybody! Welcome to another Wednesday Warriors. My name is Joey Galvez, and this is my pal Ambrosia.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to Space Cadet.
Hey!
What's up?
Welcome, everyone, for another episode of I Must Ask You a Question.
Hi, everybody, welcome to Nerd News Now.
Hey, this is Rex. Welcome to Comic Collectors.
Hey, hello, all you happy people. Welcome to the Dan Wickline Show.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is the crazy show that we do on Thursdays called What's in the Box?
What's in the box?
Comic culture and sales.
Oh, magazines.
Hi, we're back. How do I explain this?
Brendan forgot to plug in a computer.
I only have so much time to get ready.
Leave me alone.
And, we literally set this up in, by the time we close to when we're live at 4:30, it is a very brief period of time. And so for the very first time in the existence of the show, I forgot to attach the laptop to a power source. So
no worries.
We're
back.
That was fun.
Move on.
How do batteries work?
Yeah. So it happens. What are you gonna do? All right. So where were we at last? Oh, we did the Arthur Strand. We were doing the Villainous Origins. We got the Scorpion. You called the ASM 20, so you got that. Okay, this one. No, forget that. That one's too complicated of a question.
You got a Captain America?
I do have a Captain America. Yes, Captain America Annual.
That's a great issue.
Oh, dude, this is a spectacular. Plus, peak 1980s Mike Zeck, not just the cover, but also the interior. Captain America versus Wolverine. This is what an iconic cover. I remember as a child just thinking this is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Hey, it was Mike Zeck.
Yeah. Do you remember the plot though about this issue?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. Did they have a misunderstanding? Did Captain America date Logan's girlfriend?
No, it wasn't anything so esoteric as that.
Okay. All right. Well, either way, this is a very fine plus copy of Captain America Annual number 8 for $20. All right. Oh, yeah, definitely. Cool. All right, there we go. So, while we're doing that, this is a fun one. We're going to do some unseen Marvel questions. Okay? So, who first worked for Marvel using the name Adam Austin?
Gene Colan.
Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, it's Gene Colan.
Anyway.
This guy. Crushing it, man. Crushing it. All right. When the FF received costumes in issue number 3, what was eliminated in the inking stage? What costume element was eliminated in the inking stage?
Was it on the thing?
I don't think so. I think it was more about the other 3. Think about that one for a minute. Let me just finish up my Hulks here real quick. So we have Hulk 148.
That's a good issue too. I like that.
Now, is that Jocasta or no, Jarella? Jarella. There you go. 148. This is a fine plus copy at $12. The Hulk is threatening to murder somebody. He looks like a green, mean, merciless. There you go. All right. Any ideas?
No, I just guess. Was there a dress on Sue?
Okay, all right, that's a good guess. Incredible Hulk 151. Hulk's fist sinks right into the thing that lives. For the first time, the Hulk is helpless when monsters meet. Man, do you think they had like a meet cute? Kind of. Anyway, 151. This is a mid-grade copy at $10, and the elements of the Fantastic Four costumes that were removed
were in masks
during Domino Mass. Think about that one, folks, for a moment. At one point, the Fantastic Four were going to wear Domino Masks. Think Green Lantern.
Think The Incredibles.
Yeah, exactly. All right, next up. What image had to be altered slightly to pass the comics code in the one-page seduction scene between Nick Fury and Val in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 2?
I know it's like something very esoteric, and it led to it further illustrated the scene.
Okay.
I don't know, a lit cigar.
All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. There was a phone off the hook, and then they put the phone onto the hook so as to cover up, let's say, some body parts. So there you go.
Okay.
That's the answer. It's one of those weird things. All right, last up. What character was advertised as appearing in Marvel Superheroes number 21, but never appeared, as the title went to reprints and the cover and story were shelved?
I'm going to guess and say Starhawk.
You are correct, my friend. It is Starhawk. That is very correct. All right. Next up. Well, before we do that, so do you recognize this?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Not so much about the Lee story, which, I mean, it's great in itself, because I think you did a show a few weeks ago explaining that Incredible Hulk stories in the magazine started to emulate the TV show. The backup is Sinkovich Moon Knight.
This is one of those, yes, like very famously. So post Marvel Spotlight,
yes,
Doug Munch and Bill Sienkiewicz, when he was still doing his sort of like young man Neil Adams clone art style. Moon Knight was primarily a black and white backup feature in this Hulk magazine.
Yes,
yeah, which would inevitably lead to in 1980 Moon Knight #1 by Doug Munch and Bill Sienkiewicz.
And you know it. Even though he was doing Adams, it's beautiful artwork.
Oh, without a doubt, he's like one of the all-timers. Like not even in question. Do you recognize this artist, the cover artist, Norrem? No. It's probably like a book illustrator they hired, and like some, Anyway, this is the Hulk #17. You got a Hulk story, and then you get a Moon Knight backup,
which is worth the price of admission alone.
Alone, right? Now this is a mid-grade copy at $7.
Yes, Moon Knight.
Yeah. Who'd have thunk it?
Who the hell is Moon Knight?
Who's Moon Knight? All right. Next up. Name any two of the characters who Superman is waving to on the cover as he dies in his isolation booth in the last days of Superman in Superman 156. Who name two characters that Superman is waving to?
Lois Lane.
Okay. There's three of them.
Jimmy Olsen.
Okay.
Perry White.
Okay. What would you think if I told you it was the Kandorians? So that's sort of weird because you're like, that's a whole group of people.
It's just a lot of people.
Supergirl and my boy Crypto. There you go.
It's a bunch of people. It's girlfriend and a dog.
Who is the first supervillain to be featured on the cover of Captain America? And just so we're clear, Adolf Hitler is not a super villain. He's just a villain.
Is this going back to Tales of Suspense, or is it actually Captain America?
This is Captain America Comics.
Oh.
No, it's the Silver Age, so it's Tales of Suspense. Or no. This is just be Captain America. Yeah, this is just Captain America, post Tales of Suspense. Yeah, it's a cover of Captain America, not Tales of Suspense. So who was the first supervillain to be featured on the cover of Captain America? Which I think was like 101 or 102 or 103. It was one of those.
I'm going to guess and say Red Skull.
Yeah. It's easy. Yes, of course. It was Red Skull. All right. Who is Spider-Man slugging on the cover of Amazing Spider-Man King Size Special #3 when he faced the Avengers?
The Incredible Hulk.
Is that right? Yes, you're right. The Hulk. Man, seen it.
That was the issue in which he was invited to join the Avengers.
Okay.
But he had to bring in the Incredible Hulk.
That was their like.
Yes.
Were they hazing him?
Yeah, that was his test.
So like, yo, Spidey, go out and get the Hulk. Wait, what? Like, what a bunch of dicks.
And the great end to the story was he did beat the Hulk, but the Hulk turned back to Bruce Banner, and then Spider-Man felt sorry for him, and then he went back to the Avengers and said, "I couldn't do it."
Beat up this nerd. I can't do it.
All right, real quick. We have Savage Tales #5. This is the second startling feature of Kazar, he who stalks the hidden jungle. Plus, you get some Conan the Barbarian. This is the most savage heroes of all. Now, this is volume 1 of the Savage Tales. Most people will recognize this volume from Savage Tales #1. The very first time Conan the Barbarian was published, I think, in black and white.
Yes.
And the first appearance of Man-Thing.
Yes.
A book that, again, this is going to be a trope when it comes to this show. I'm going to remember back when I sold a book for, let's say, $60. And then about a year and a half later, as we're standing here on this episode of the show, that book is now valued around $1,000.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if I'm good at this or not, but there's definitely some evidence that I might want to look for another occupation because I don't seem to understand this market at times.
I didn't know it went up to a brand.
Yeah, dude, it's exploded over the past year. That's why everyone's convinced, because it's not just the first appearance of Man-Thing, but it's the first appearance of the whole nexus of realities and all this multiverse stuff that the MCU is doing. People are convinced that the nexus of realities is going to be the linchpin of it all, and I don't know.
Wow, see, this is why people should watch this show. Because you get these books right here on the ground level before they shoot up to $1,000.
Right? Yeah. Before I get the shoot to $1,000. Anyway, this is a like a high mid-grade copy at $19. And then we also have a Marvel graphic novel. I don't know which Marvel graphic novels at one point actually had numbering.
That looks like a shaking cover.
Dude, it does, right? But it is actually, it's Zaffino.
Okay.
Jorge Zaffino, who would later, I would recognize his art. He would do the early 90s book Terror Inc.
Okay.
Something that one time somebody told me was ugly art. And I went, okay. I'm going to teach their own. Anyway, this is the Punisher graphic novel Assassin's Guild by Joe Duffy, Jorge Zaffino, and Julie Mitchell. And for anyone who's not aware, Joe Duffy changed her name from Mary Jo Duffy to Joe Duffy because, shock of all shocks, she got more work.
Why?
Hey, you don't need me to take you to water to drink and what that implies, but, you know, I'm the woke loser of the Fat Jacks universe, as some people proclaim.
How dare you celebrate women?
I know. And again, I will reiterate, anyone who uses the word woke, not satirically lately, you can tell where they're coming from or what they mean by that word. And it's not positive.
I'm mad I can't be hating people.
Yeah. Well, why are there consequences for me hating other people and wanting to discriminate against them?
Taking away words that offend people. Why am I mad about that?
Next up is another Marvel graphic novel, Power Pack and Cloak and Dagger, Shelter from the Storm, by Bill Matlow, Sal Voluto, Mark Farmer, and Julie Michelle. This is, I don't know what the hell they're fighting. What is that thing? Does anyone recognize that big purple monster? Is that like, did they watch like a Teenage Ninja Turtles cartoon and were like, yo, I like that? Or is that like Parasite or like Brainiac, except he's purple? Yeah, it looks like Robot Brainiac mixed with Parasite. There you go. Anyway, this is a pretty high grade copy at only $9. And a character who I love, but no one seems to remember. The true first schizophrenic superhero by Mike Baron.
Oh, really? Wow, that's cool.
Badger. Badger was brilliant.
Yes, I remember Badger.
Again, way ahead of its time. Everyone forgets about it, but Badger was so crazy, literally and figuratively. But this is a first publishing graphic novel, a Badger graphic novel called Hexbreaker. If you've never experienced this character, look him up. I don't want to push books on you. He's wild, and I think he needs, a revisit of the history and significance of Badger in the comic book medium.
Definitely a movie.
Oh, yeah. Now, this is also a relatively high grade, probably like a very fine plush-ish, at only $12. All right. Next up, do I have... All right, we went through all those. What's my next? All right, let's do some. Speaking of the ladies, let's do some Marvel women. All right, so Marvel women.
Stop being so woke. Put the women away.
I know. Stop being a loser.
Right?
I know. Such a loser. Okay, here we go. What hid Mary Jane's face the first time we saw her in Amazing Spider-Man 25?
A potted plant?
I think you're right.
A
flower.
Okay.
But yes. I think it was she was delivering it to Aunt May from her aunt. Yeah, it was a potted. Yes, you got it. All right. What is the name of Captain Marvel's Kree girlfriend?
Shalabal.
Just so we're clear, Shalabal was Norm Rad, the Silver Surfer's girl.
Ah.
Like, you're in the ball. Yeah. I didn't even know this either. If I didn't look at it, I wouldn't have guessed. It's Una.
Ah.
Do you recognize that character?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It was in the original.
Do you recognize
run of
Una?
Yeah, if I should know about any of this stuff, it should be Captain Marvel's.
That is quite telling. Snyder himself knew Una. Not enough to answer the question.
No, until you said her name, I couldn't remember.
All right.
But I remember.
What is the name of Janet Van Dyne's flying ant? And when I say flying ant, I am not talking about her mother's sister.
I'm talking about her Steve.
I am talking about an actual ant that flies. Does anyone know the name of Janet Van Dyne's flying ant?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Nobody. It's Boopsie. Boopsie.
It's very 60s.
Yeah, very 60s. Name either of the two other doctors that Jane Foster worked for.
I guess she ruined their lives too.
If any of you can get this, then I don't know what I've done with my life, because you're onto something. Don't even worry about it. Tell me if you even recognize these names. Dr. Bruce Andrews? Nobody? Or how about Dr. Keith Kincaid?
Kincaid.
Yeah.
Spawn.
Now,
was
Jason, David, I don't say this enough.
Shut up.
But I really appreciate you being around.
Was this they mean stop talking.
Was this part of her credentials when she went to work for Dr. Donald Blake?
Well, tell me, yeah, I guess, but tell me, was Jane Foster a nurse?
Yes.
She was a nurse, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, these were the two doctors she worked for before going to work for Donald Blake.
Okay.
Which says a lot about our culture at the time. Okay, do I have any other books to sell? Hold on. I gotta find some books. Okay, here we go. I got some books. We haven't done enough DC, so let us step into some Justice League of America.
Trell, if you're watching, this is your moment.
Trell, where are you, buddy? All right, let's. All right, so why I put new books up? Fill in the number. Okay, so give me the number of the issue described. The first issue of the Flash.
104? No, 105.
105. You're correct. Damn, Zany, you're really good at this.
The fact
All right.
that he corrected himself that way.
Yeah.
That's
telling, right? Okay, next up is the first issue of Amazing Spider-Man drawn by John Romita.
Amazing Spider-Man number 39.
I think you're correct. I'm pretty sure. Yep, 39. There you go. All right, next up. Oh, this is so easy. The issue of Fantastic Four in which Dr. Doom first appeared.
FF number 5.
You got it. All right. And then next up is Aquaman's Wedding.
Ooh. Wow. I'm just going to guess.
Okay.
Aquaman 33.
All right. Let's check. Because I actually have no idea. None. 18.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. All right. Let's do some Superman's cover calamities. With whom did Lois Lane sing the song of Superman?
Oh boy.
So first up is Justice League of America, issue number 50, the first appearance of the Weapon Master, who looks like doesn't that look like Jerry Lewis?
Yeah,
Jerry Lewis with like a football helmet.
And actually, DC at the time was publishing a Jerry Lewis comic.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh God.
So maybe you just yeah.
Just use the same print. We got it.
We got it. This is a mid-grade copy. It's probably like a very fine, mid-grade, and only $35. Any guess?
Lex Luthor.
No. It's a real human being. It's a real singer.
What was the issue number?
They won't. It was with whom did Lois Lane sing the song of Superman, and it happened on a cover. and it was a real singer. This is Justice League of America number 42. This is the issue where they try to get Metamorpho to join the team. And trivia-wise, if anyone ever asks you, who was the first hero to refuse membership to the Justice League of America, it is Metamorpho in this issue. And this is a very good plus copy at $20. Does anyone remember the singer Pat Boone?
Yes.
All right. There you go. Pat Boone. All right. Why was Superman dying in the last days of Superman in Superman 156? And here we have Justice League of America, number 122. That is a fine plus copy at $12. It looks like they are mourning the death of Aquaman. Now, considering what era of comics was like at this time, there's a high probability that nothing that happens on this cover occurs in the actual issue. So take that for what it is. But it's only a fine plus copy at $12.
I think that's a Mike Rowe cover.
Sure looks it, right? Yeah, that really looks like Rowe. Any guesses?
Kryptonite poisoning.
Yes, but it's too complicated. Jimmy Olsen had a piece of kryptonite lodged in his camera, and he couldn't stop taking photos of Superman, even though Superman was like, "I'm dying." And Jimmy's like, "Well, I got to take photos of you dying." And he's like, "Yes, but I am dying because you're taking my photo."
Now, see, wait, how does it work now? Is it the Flash or is
No. The kryptonite is just lodged in the camera, and Jimmy Olsen won't stop shoving the camera in Superman's face, despite the fact that he's literally dying in front of him.
And see, it's sadistic, but it's a more hook of a storyline than those world finests that were like either a dream or a hoax or an imaginary story.
Yeah.
That Mort Weisinger man.
Man, he was a piece of work, that's for sure. All right. What was Superman's new power caused by touching an alien spaceship that was shown on the cover of Superman 125 while shooting rainbow colors from his fingertips? No. This is a very famous Superman comic. When people talk about Silver Age Superman, when Grant Morrison openly talks about how much he loves Silver Age Superman, and when you talk about the idea that Superman's power was the power of imagination, this is the issue. That probably one of the craziest powers Superman ever had first occurs. So again, what was Superman's new power caused by touching an alien spaceship that was shown on the cover of Superman 125 as him shooting rainbow colors from his fingertips? And the power is not shooting rainbow colors from his fingertips. Or this would be a terrible question. So while we wait for someone to come up with an answer, this is Justice League of America 132. That is a very fine copy at $16. And it looks like they are fighting the zoo. I guess the Justice League didn't like their middle school road trip to the zoo. I don't know. But there you go. That is like I said, very fine copy at $16. Any guesses?
Accelerate crop growth.
Okay. Give me a guess. Come on. X-ray vision?
I got nothing.
Not even an imaginative guess?
Not even venturing guess.
All right, Al, you got a guess? All right.
Thank you, Al.
Superman learned to poop on command.
Are you serious?
No, of course I'm not. No, he created a miniature version of himself. It's the infamous issue where Superman became insecure because the miniature version of him was better at doing his job than he was. And so Superman eats the miniature version of him at the end and goes, "I'm never doing that again, and I'm never going to have children."
You know, that's actually an interesting story.
No, it's actually like Morrison constantly talks about that, as in the imaginative potential of Superman. If you just allow yourself to not get caught up in all of this, like, it's got to be realistic. He's like, realistic? A dude flies under his own powers from another planet. What are you talking about realism?
Do you know who wrote that story?
No idea.
I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah, that's definitely one to look up. All right, last one. In Superman 130, why did the town that hated Superman hate Superman?
Because he wore a cape. I would figure it had to do something with someone he didn't save or something he didn't do.
Okay, all right, that's a good guess. Justice League of America 158. Here comes the Injustice Gang, and because of you, Ultra has 2 A's at the end?
Yes.
Like, what editor thought that was clever?
Ultra. I think that was Steve Englehart.
Do you think Ultra has, like, 1 minute disease? You know what I'm talking about. Missy Elliott sang a song about it. Ultra, I'm sorry. Anyway, this is a very fine copy at $8. And then we get to... Oh, is this the one? No. We're in that era of Justice League comics where they erased...
That's it.
This one, right? This is the one where they erased Dr. Light's memory?
Well, it
they erased
up to those events.
Okay.
And it was reinterpreted to be that.
Okay. And obviously Identity Crisis was very infamous because...
But that's leading up to the event.
Okay, so it is in this... Oh, excellent. All right. So this is Justice League 167. This is a mid-grade copy, fine, at $10. And the answer to our question, why did the town that hated Superman hate Superman? You ready for this one? The mayor blames Superman for him not being adopted as a child.
What?
The mayor blames Superman for the mayor not being adopted as a child.
Well, why? Because the Kents chose Superman over him?
I think that, yes, I think the Kents chose Superman over this kid, who later went on to be a mayor of a town, who then created anti-Superman propaganda. So pretty much the mayor was Joe McCarthy. That's pretty much where we're at this point. Yeah.
Wow. Stop bringing wokeness into comics, all right?
I know. How dare politics shouldn't exist in comic books. I don't know. Have you ever read a comic book in your entire life?
Captain America comics #1. That was very political.
Like, I've had people literally tell me, they're like, oh my God, I hate when politics are in my comics. They were never like that before. Why are they doing that now? And I go, you only think that now?
Captain Marvel's been a male since the 70s.
All right. Here's a few lightning round questions. These should be slightly easy. All right. Before I get into some more Justice League, does anyone know what was Mr. Freeze's first supervillain name? And
John.
Next up. All right. Oh, Mr. Lukewarm. Okay, so Snyder comes in lukewarm. Got it. This is Justice League 170, where Batman drives a go-kart in space. I don't know what the. This is a very fine plus copy at $6. You got thoughts?
They needed to have some sort of device where he could be out in space with the rest of the Justice League.
Makes sense. Instead of him just like having like a space suit with like rockets and or armor,
just staying on the satellite.
Yeah. Or I don't know, flying in Wonder Woman's invisible jet. Oh, by the way, this is okay. Before we even get to the Mr. Freeze, does anyone know in the Silver Age what allowed Wonder Woman to breathe in space? I never knew this one, and I stumbled upon it.
I do not know that.
Wonder Woman had I'll give a hint. Wonder Woman had an item on her body that allowed her to breathe in space. Wait. Justice League of America, where Black Lightning pretty much calls Superman a honky. It's a very fine plus copy of issue 173. It's only $6, but this event, this story in this issue was in the untold story of DC Universe, the first issue.
Yeah.
Which was one of Zanin and my favorite.
Yeah, being told from his perspective.
Yes.
Which I thought was like very informative. But he also declined membership in the Justice League.
Yes, he did. Now, admittedly, Metamorpho did it first, so poor Black Lightning couldn't be a trivia question.
I like Black Lightning's reasons better.
Yes, as do I. Yeah. Anyway, the answer to What? Any guess? Just guess? No guess? Okay, so Wonder Woman's earrings allowed her to breathe in space.
No.
And anyone have a guess?
Necklace maybe would have been a better choice.
She doesn't wear a necklace.
Well, I mean, she wears earrings now?
She has earrings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. What was Mr. Freeze's first supervillain name? Any guesses?
Captain Freeze.
It's a good one. Mr. Zero. There you go.
I was also going to say Green Christmas.
There you go. Green Christmas. Okay.
White Christmas.
That's interesting. Who was Captain Marvel's Kree superior officer who would become one of his villains?
Jan Rod.
Yes, Jan Rog. Woo, lightning round. What was Kathy Kane's profession? Justice League of America, 177. That is a very fine plus copy at $6. Can you guess the sinister secret behind these 4 seemingly unconnected death threats? Oh, Rich Buckler. Oh, cool. Featuring the most unexpected guest star of all. And I have no idea who it is. Any guesses?
Jesus.
She was a circus performer, but I like your Jesus guess. That's a good one. She was the Jesus in all the nativity scenes every Christmas. Yeah.
Baby Jesus, you're great.
Who was the only villain Ant-Man faced twice in Tales to Astonish?
Egghead.
Egghead, yes. All right. Who really was the girl with green hair who proposed to Jimmy Olsen?
Supergirl?
Supergirl! Zana, you're on a roll, man. You're dropping the lightning. All right. This is a little throwback to a question I asked earlier. What title reintroduced? Yeah. What title reintroduced Kazar? And can you get the issue number? Because I literally said it earlier.
X-Men?
X-Men? What's the issue number?
12?
Nope, 10. 10. This is Justice League of America, $199. This is a very fine plus copy at $6.
I believe that's George Perez.
That's the price. Oh, you are right, buddy. Oh, yeah, there it is. George Perez. Yep, that's a Perez cover, folks. Let's not get morbid. All right. Who helped Spider-Man defeat the Beetle in Amazing Spider-Man 21?
The Human Torch.
Yes. In what title did the Doom Patrol first appear?
My Greatest Adventure.
Yes. In what title did the Inhumans appear as a backup?
The Mighty Thor.
Yes. And who made the Flash real gone, man?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
Abracadabra.
Okay.
All right. What do we have for time?
We got a break in a couple minutes.
Oh, we actually have a break?
Yeah, one more break and then we do the drawings.
All right, cool. So before we do the break, let's do some Supergirl questions. What's the real name of Supergirl's horse?
Not Streaky?
Nope.
No, it's there's like a nasty
Ed.
Yes. Carrot.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Ed.
Butt carrot.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't know this one. Byron.
Byron?
Yeah, Byron, the centaur. She had a centaur horse in the Silver Age.
That's even weirder.
What evil
Was it Mountain
Kandorian
Top or Mountain Bottom?
replaced Supergirl just before her existence was revealed to the world?
Leza Lar.
Yes, how did you know that?
It was actually on the TV show too.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, like the recent show.
Yes.
Oh, all right. It goes to show what I know.
never really count.
Yeah. Who did Supergirl battle when she teamed up with Wonder Woman in Brave and the Bold 63? I've never heard of this character.
I'm drawing a blank.
Multiface. Does anyone Multiface? Anyone? No.
Many Faces on.
Many Faces is He-Man. Who wrote and drew Supergirl's first appearance in Action 252? And it's not the same person.
Otto Binder. I'm going to guess and say Kurt Swan.
Okay, good. Otto Binder is correct. The other one was someone I'm not familiar with. Do you know Al Plastino?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the main Superboy artist.
He was the main Superboy? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, he drew Supergirl's first appearance in Action 252. Cool. With that said, Kyle, do you want to go break for the last break now? Maybe? Maybe not? I'm just going to stand here.
Sure, we can.
Well, do we have one last break?
Yep.
Okay, then let's just do that now.
Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rock and Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Did you know that every Experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code. Thanks for tuning into The Experience. Help us out and hit subscribe over on YouTube and click the bell when you do. Need some help? Scan the QR code in the bottom corner.
What's up, everybody? We're back. This is the end. We're going to slowly wind this down. If anyone has any questions about the books that are up here, please let me know. But at this point, I think we're done bringing out new books. So we're going to slowly wind this down. We're going to ask a few more questions of Zane in here. And then we'll get to who's going to win our Aftershock Ambassador exclusive Eric Powell variant for Kaiju score number 1. All right. So first, we're going to ask the challengers of the unknown question.
Cool.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
Which of the challengers received an inheritance that made him rich enough to fund the challenger's adventures?
Prof. Haley.
Yes. Do you know what family member gave him the inheritance?
Oh, no, I don't.
Uncle Cyrus.
Okay.
Probably to make up for all of those uncle games from when they were younger.
Okay.
Wow. Next up,
was there boy in the title?
There was, yeah, I'm pretty sure it happened at the boys' ranch.
Full circle.
All right. Hopefully, Africa Bombado. Anyway, what was the name of Multi-Man's robotic helper?
I draw a blank on that one.
Single purpose man. Single purpose robot.
Just lose it. Oh, I'll give you a hint. Change the gender of Multi-Man's name.
Secret Purpose Woman.
Multi-Woman.
Okay.
Multi-Man created a robot helper and made her female and called her Multi-Woman.
And you would think, as a villain, that probably would have solved all his problems, and he didn't need to be a villain.
Right? Though, could she really consent?
This is true. Woke this, all right?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I did it again. All right. What was the name of the modular aircraft the Challengers used to fly to their adventures? That is a goofy name.
I'm drawing a blank on that one.
The Gallopin' Gizmo. Last one. What were the 4 men destined to become the Challengers on the way to do when their plane crashed, giving them borrowed time?
I know it's changed over the years, so I don't know what the original was, but they were on their way to do a TV show in one of the versions of their origin.
Okay, that's closer than I imagine anyone else in this room would have got to. They were on their way to appear on a radio show called Heroes.
Okay, so it was updated in the 70s to say TV show.
Exactly. All right. So, do I have any more questions before we move on to our giveaway? Do you know anything about Rip Hunter?
He's a time traveler.
All right, how about we'll do Green Arrow?
Okay.
The one-time Green Arrow made the cover of a comic in which his strip was a backup. Who was he with?
In the comic, or?
Yeah, the one-time Green Arrow made the cover of a comic in which he was a backup strip. Who was he with? Like, who was the other character on the cover with him? I'll give you a hint. It was Adventure Comics.
Oh, I'm going to say Superboy.
You got it. Superboy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I'm making it up. Who kicked Green Arrow out of Adventure Comics?
What strip or?
Yeah, like which character, took over and pushed Green Arrow out of the comic? It's a good guess. It's not right. I'm pretty sure no one's going to get this.
Bizarro?
Kongorilla. Who taught Roy Harper how to shoot a bow?
I think it was a Native American.
It was. Can you name him?
No.
It was Chief Thunderhead.
Okay.
Do you know what he was later renamed to? Good one. Brave Bow.
Okay.
Racist. Before Kirby changed his profession, what did Oliver Queen do for a living? Kirby did Green Arrow for a short period of time, and he changed his profession. Before Kirby took over, what was Oliver Queen's position, like career?
I draw a blank on that one.
I'll give you a hint. Carter Hall also did it.
Worked in a museum?
Museum curator and an archaeologist.
Really?
Yes. And then Kirby went, doesn't Hawkman already do this? Isn't it bad enough we're just doing Batman but in a green suit with a bow and arrow? We're also giving him Hawkman's occupation? I mean, come on. Yeah, so there we go. So that is Zane and everybody. Thank you very much for putting up with all this trivia. I appreciate it.
I had a great time.
Oh, that's awesome. Good stuff. Hey, dude, I always love having you on. So it's been fun. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to slowly wrap this up. And so I guess, here we're going to find out now who's going to win our Kaiju score variant. So who do we got? Here it comes. Boom, boom. Spinning the wheel. And it lands on... Oh, Gary! All right, Wordman himself is going to win our Kaiju score, Aftershock Ambassador exclusive by Eric Powell. All right, Gary, let me take this price sticker off because this is completely unnecessary. But this book retails for about, $20, $30. Whether it maintains that is another story.
It's a good series. They're going to make a movie.
You think so?
No, they are.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a movie or TV show.
So maybe this book that we're giving away will one day be hundreds of dollars. And
Another $1,000.
And we will be a fool who just stands here and just gives away gold.
Congratulations, Gary.
All right, Gary. Thank you so much. All right. I guess with that said, Kyle, we got a few minutes. Cool. We just start wrapping it up. Okay. So, Zane, you have anything you want to plug?
No, but I would like to give condolences to the family of Neil Adams. He just passed away. Neil was actually one of my idols when I was growing up.
All right.
And it hurt me when you informed me that he had passed away, but this is the time when it happens that most of your heroes start to die.
Yeah, he was 80. Sound like he's starting to get some bad health and stuff like that. So
he will be missed.
Do you have a memory of like the first time that you remember seeing Neil Adams' work, like a title or?
No, but I do have a memory of when the first time I met Neil Adams.
Okay.
It was in 1977. It was a comic convention right here in Philadelphia, and it just fascinated the heck out of me because, like I said, I idolized this guy, and here he was, like right in front of me. So after the shock wore off, I actually got a sketch from him.
Very cool. How old at the time?
13.
Wow. Okay, that's awesome. I'm 13.
Yes, I do.
Very cool. What was the sketch of?
Green Lantern.
Really? All right. Because that's like one of your favorite.
Well, at the time, it was my favorite comic.
Right. Nice. All right, very cool.
What's your favorite Neil Adams book?
It would have to be his Batman work.
Specifically Denny O'Neil stuff that
Yes.
they're doing, like with the Ra's al Ghul
Yes.
and all, sort of like hairy-chested, sexy Batman. That was the sexy Batman.
That was not my interpretation, but I enjoyed the story.
It was the Robert Redford Batman. That kind of thing. Very cool, man. All right. Nice. Anyone? We're gonna say, David. Good luck on your European adventure. We'll miss you.
Well, England, they're not part of it.
Oh yeah, they Brexited it. All right. Well, enjoy. Come back with anecdotes that I can pretend are my stories, and so I can tell them better.
You have your own anecdotes from Great Britain.
I got a lot of them. But I'm hoping to mix some together. I never drank with Shane McGowan, but this guy did, and yet
That was decades ago.
let him tell you the story. It's not that fun, but you would think that having a drink with the leader of the Poe, Shane McGowan, during his real drunken period.
It was probably before they were the Pogues and they were Pogue.
Oh, really? It was even pre-Pogues?
Well, it's the same band. They just shortened the name so it didn't seem as obscene.
Okay, all right. Makes sense, Jason, you have anything you want to plug?
I got nothing going on.
Got nothing going on in your life? All right, great, man. Well, don't worry, because you'll have Al and I back next week. Jason, you going to be with us?
Maybe it's Mother's Day weekend.
Oh, it's Mother's Day weekend. That's right. I forgot about that.
You can plug Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday.
I forgot about that. Yeah, so this Saturday, May 7th, Free Comic Book Day. So we'll be having that here at our Center City location in Philadelphia. Mike will also be over in Oakland, the New Jersey shop. They'll be doing some Free Comic Book Day there. So, if anyone is watching and you have some books, maybe you can't make it to Free Comic Book Day and you want a couple books put on hold for you, hit us up on the Instagram at the FJC Paradox. Let me know, or you can give us a call here at the shop, 215-963-0788. We have no problem putting aside a couple titles if for whatever reason you're not going to be able to make it to this Saturday Free Comic Book Day.
And I want to thank you guys for just participating in Free Comic Book Day. I know you put out funds to get those comic books, and I think it's an awesome thing to do for the community.
Hey, man, thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Because it's sure as hell not Al and I. But anyway, Zane, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Hey, it was a blast, man. I enjoyed myself.
To Marshall and Duke, who left us early, thank you. Everybody, thank you. It's been an absolute. I had a really good time. I don't know about the rest of you. I don't know about the chat. but I was entertained. If there's one thing that's important about this show, it's if I'm engaged or not. And with that said, everyone have a wonderful week. Go Sixers.
Go Sixers.
See what happens tomorrow.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.